Hey everyone, I'm Taylor and I will be one of your therapists, and this is Sarah and she's going to be your other therapist working with you today.
Hey guys.
So first, since this is our first session, I just want to check in with everyone, introduce ourselves, and kind of see where everyone's at and how we're feeling today. So I want you to give your name, how you're feeling at the moment, and kind of what's something you want to achieve by attending this group. So do you want to start us off?
Yeah. I'm Anna. I'm feeling okay, just kind of down in the dumps, but it's okay. And what was the third one?
What do you hope to achieve by attending this group?
I just want to feel better about myself, I just dealt with so many things and, I'm just not really confident, so I really want, you guys to help me, be confident in myself and, so that I can be happy in other aspects of my life. So.
Good, okay.
My name's Haley. Today I'm feeling very fat. I'm feeling like a whale because I had 2 pieces of pizza. So yeah.
Is
That's how
that
I'm feeling today.
your 2 pieces of pizza? Is that your normal diet?
No, normally I just have maybe like a few veggies or something.
Right, okay. So that's definitely something we can talk about.
Less than 500 calories.
Okay. So what's something you hope to achieve by attending this group?
I just want to be strong and I want to, no matter how different I may look from someone else, I want to feel happy with myself.
So maybe not comparing yourself to others as much.
Yes, and
Right.
to just be healthy.
Good. Healthy is the goal.
Yeah.
How about you?
I'm Tyler. Feeling okay. It's been better days. It's been worse. But by being here, I hope to that you guys can help me have a better self-view and self-image.
My name's Olivia. I'm feeling good today, actually, compared to normal. And then I'd like a support system, I think, out of this group. People to hold me accountable and make me feel better about myself.
So you said you want a better support system. Does that imply that you don't really have one at all right now, or you just need more positive people to surround you with? Right, okay. So we can definitely hit on all the topics that you mentioned through this group, but since this is our first session, we just want to kind of get the ball rolling and help you see the impact of what positive thinking and having other people be positive around you, what that can do for you. So
today we're going to talk about how we perceive ourselves when we look in the mirror, and we're also going to try help build up the other group members' self-esteem. So we're going to start with the mirror activity. So we're going to pass around a card, and you're going to write down how you feel about yourself or what you see when you look in the mirror at yourself.
Right, so you can just write a few adjectives maybe, or different phrases that you think of when you normally look in the mirror. I'll pass around some pens if you don't have one of your own.
How many things are we supposed to write down?
Just 2 or 3.
Okay.
Some of the first, when you first look in the mirror, what are the first things that come to mind? And I'll give you a few minutes so you can gather your thoughts, and then we'll go through them one by one.
And you can just pass them back up after you write down.
Thank you.
Oh, I should have wrote another one.
Do you want to add another
Yes,
one?
I want to add something.
I'll just pass them all back.
Thank you.
All right.
So I asked you to write down what you first think of usually when you look in the mirror. So I'm just going to read them off. You didn't write your name, so I'm not going to attribute them to any of you. So the things that were mentioned were unproportional, fat, ugly, short, overweight, ugly, ugly, fat, tall, big hips, ugly, and double chin. So, were there any common themes or common adjectives that you saw?
Ugly.
Ugly, for sure, yeah. Fat, that was on pretty much every card.
Some of us are unhappy with our height.
I tend to feel that way too. I'm very short, and I've always been the shortest one in my class, and it's definitely caused a little bit of insecurity throughout my whole life, so I can understand those feelings that some of you have, and I'm sure Sarah has something as well.
Well, starting out when I was younger, I was always taller, but now I'm definitely towards the shorter spectrum of people in my class. But unfortunately, those aren't things that we can change, but we can like build up our self-esteem and make us feel better about our height, since we can't exactly change that.
So, are there any people or situations that you come in contact with in your daily life that cause you to feel these way? Yes, Haley.
My friend that's smaller than me is always talking about how she needs to lose weight and how she needs to eat healthier. And so I'm like, well. And then when I ask her what she thinks about me, she's like, oh, you look great. I'm like, but I'm bigger than you and you're smaller than me and you want to get smaller, so how does that make me feel?
I can see how that could be frustrating. Is there anyone else that has issues with maybe friends or anyone else?
Yeah, my roommate, she's a model, so she's actually just really pretty and fit, and I don't know, I try going to the gym with her and it just makes me feel worse about myself.
Right. Yes.
I get tired of social media. I'm so tired of all these models posting all their pictures, and it just makes me mad because they're all skinny, but that's all they do. That's all they do is they have a chef and a personal trainer.
Right, yeah.
And it just makes me mad that we have to be held up to those standards.
Social media is a big one in today's society. And it's so important to realize that the majority of those pictures are photoshopped. So I feel like there's just a lot of added pressure to us being especially young ladies nowadays. I feel like there's more pressure maybe placed on us than on the males in today's society. That's definitely a consideration as to why we may be feeling this ways. So I hope through doing this first activity you realize that it's not just you that are feeling this way. Everyone has something about themselves that they don't like. Maybe it's fixable, maybe it's not, maybe it's just a matter of opinion. But I'm just going to place these to the side so we can start working on building up the positive things about us and learning to lean on others for support. And like I said earlier, maybe building a more positive social support group than what we may have now. So it's actually going to lead us into our next activity. I want you each to partner up. So Olivia and Tyler, I'll put you together. So Anna and Haley, y'all will be partners. And I want you to give each other just one compliment. It doesn't have to be about appearance. It can be if you want it to be, but I just want you to give each other one compliment, and then we're going to come back together and kind of discuss it. So,
Haley, your hair is pretty.
Thank you. You're tall and you're strong, and that's what I want to be.
Okay, so is everyone's done? Do you want to put them up there?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go through you one by one, and you're going to tell me what compliment you were given. I'm going to write it on a note card, and we're going to place it on our mirror. Oh, can you see yourself? So, Olivia, I'll start with you. What compliment were you giving?
Was I giving
Or what would Tyler tell you?
Tyler told me that I have really
Pretty
pretty eyes.
eyes. Perfect. So, Tyler, what was your compliment?
Olivia.
Nice skin. Ooh. That's one I always strive for.
Yes, that would be nice.
And Haley?
Anna told me that my hair was pretty.
Pretty hair. Yes. I love your hair.
And that's a great compliment for a blonde because, you know, I always have to get my roots touched up. And it's not the best, but it reinforces
I
my
wish-
feelings about my hair,
Right.
even though I know that I'm putting chemicals on it. At least others still think it looks good.
I've gotten blonde highlights in my hair before, so I can relate to the chemicals in your hair. And then Anna,
Haley told me that I was tall and strong.
tall and strong. Yes.
Not like big, tall, and strong, but
No.
Okay. So as you can see, we put all of our compliments up there, and I just want to, so how did it make you feel to hear those compliments? Feel good? Is it something you're not used to maybe?
I guess I don't get a lot of compliments.
Right.
So it's nice hearing things.
I feel like people try to give me compliments, but it's just because they know I feel bad about myself. They don't mean it. So since I just
So they're
met
not
Tyra,
sincere about them.
that she actually meant it.
So it's easier to hear it from someone you may not know.
Right, okay. Anyone else have any different feelings, maybe?
I agree with her. Sometimes when we are asking the people closest to us,
Mm-hmm.
we might feel like they're just telling us what we want to hear.
Right.
So hearing it from someone that doesn't even know you, you know that it's
Mhm.
genuine.
Perhaps we know that our family and friends, perhaps we know that our family and friends want us to feel better and want us to be happier. So they may just tell us what we want to hear. So that's a common theme that I hear from people. So I always try to do this exercise at our first session. So to see how you feel when it's a more genuine compliment, in your opinion.
So now we're going to talk about some ways that we can cope with these things. And so if you want to each share some ways and things that you can do to make you feel better about yourself.
I think I should stop comparing myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's a
I
big
know
one.
it's very hard to compare yourself to people on social media, like Anna said, or even your friends, or just anybody you see on a daily basis.
I think I should confront my friend and tell her how her statements can make me feel sometimes. Just so, you know, while I'm trying to grow and fix this kind of negative thought pattern, she's aware also and doesn't, you know, accidentally trigger or set a trigger
Right.
after I'm already
Right.
progressing.
You're actively trying to work on it, so maybe
Yes, and
she,
I feel like the environment is definitely gonna
very important.
play a factor into whether I can change my thoughts or not.
Right.
Does anybody else want to share?
Well, I can't really change my roommate, but I could maybe slowly start going to the gym with her once I know I'm feeling more confident in myself. That way I'm not automatically shut down and just,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess just
Maybe at times
Small
you could
steps.
try to sit down with your roommate and express your feelings and how just sometimes how she makes you feel. Does she ever say anything that comes off as negative towards you?
No, I think
or-
it's just more me internalizing
Right.
everything. So I think I just
Your own
need to take it
perceptions
in
of your
small
own.
steps
Mhm.
instead of just jumping the gun.
Good.
And that's hard. So now if you each want to share 3 things that you do like about yourself that you wouldn't want to change.
And we're going to write these on cards as well so we can keep adding to our mirror. And again, these things don't have to be just about your appearance. They can be about your personality. So just 3 things that you're really proud of and that you like about yourself. So I'll give you some time again. And it's okay if you can't think of 3 things at the moment.
And these can be, you know, like character traits you have, or physical things, or something like that.
And before you pass them back, I'm going to go through and ask you individually to kind of share what you wrote and how that makes you feel. So, Anna, I see you're done if you want to go first.
I don't want to come off as cocky, but I didn't know what else to write. So,
Yeah, no, go ahead and share.
I wrote that I'm smart, that I have clear skin, and that I'm athletic.
Those are all really good.
Yeah. And so, do you find yourself focusing more on these aspects of yourself, or do you always find that you're focused on more of your appearance and some of the negative things you told us at the beginning?
I feel like I'm always focused on like the negative things about myself. I don't know, I guess I'm a perfectionist, so any little thing that I feel like I'm not like holding my standards up to, I like just like I'm always down on myself. So I feel like, you know, just being like happy with who I am and things like that will really help me to be, you know, overall happier person, because you know, some days it's hard when you're always thinking about yourself in a negative way, you know, to have a good day. And so just working on things like that, I think will help.
For sure. Anyone else done that wants to share? At least one of their 3 things.
I wrote that I am kind.
Kind. That's a very important one.
There are a lot of people that are just rude, like naturally.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
just more friendly.
And being kind will definitely get you a lot farther in life than maybe the model, for instance. If she wasn't kind, she means she might look good, but how is she really going to form true, genuine relationships with other people?
It's not always like the physical appearance, it's also what's on the inside of a person.
Yeah. Yes.
I put one thing I like about myself is my ability to compliment others, even if I don't feel good about myself, because, you know, I admire others and I can be hard on myself and think that someone's doing it better than me, and I know how it feels when people compliment me and praise me, so I like doing that for other people.
And you saw how important and helpful it was earlier with our previous activity. So, yeah, I think that's a really good one to have as a person. Is there anyone you want to share, Olivia?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and share what I wrote. So, like Miss Sarah said, I kind of focused on what was on the inside. I didn't write anything physical. I said I'm funny, honest, and hardworking.
Good, yeah.
Those are all really important things that will take you far in life. So,
So if you want to pass your cards up so we can add them to our mirror. And our time for this session is coming to a close, so I just want to leave you with one last activity that I want you to do for your own lives. Kind of like, if you want to put this up there, kind of like we've been doing with our note cards here. I want all of you to have a note card, and I want you to fill in the blank. You are blank. You can do, some of the examples I wrote down were brilliant, beautiful, amazing, gorgeous, worthy, appreciated. So just whenever you get home tonight, I want you to fill in the blank. And once you write your note card, I want you to place it on your mirror or somewhere you can see it daily, just as a reminder of, you know, that you are worth more than just what your appearance shows. So I just want to leave you with that activity, and I want to thank you for coming to therapy today.
thanks for coming, and we'll see you guys next time.
Thanks.